Alright, Delta.
And Blue.
And YGO Anime Games is coming at you with 2 new decks from our GX Wave. This is really cool duel. You're going to see Axel's Dimension World deck
versus Supreme King's Dimension World deck. And again, this will be the last duel to conclude the debuts from the GX Wave. After this video will be the deck profiles for both of these decks, as well as the updated profiles for the other decks that we've mentioned that you've already seen.
Decks like Jaden's update, Cyrus's update, etc.
And this won't be for a couple more weeks, but make sure you guys stay tuned, because if you've been with us a while, or you've seen our Deck Expo video, you know that we're almost at the point where that announced content has run out. That'll be the 5Ds wave this August. So before that happens, sometime probably in July, stay tuned for Deck Expo 2, where we will announce the next year or so of more content.
You're going to see everything we have planned. Some surprises. Alright, Supreme King will start us off. Alright. I'm super excited to play Volcanics. One of my favorite archetypes.
And I love the Supreme King Evil Heroes, but I'm going to pass.
Alright, let's draw. I'm going to summon up Volcanic Slicer and attack for 1800. I play Volcanics a lot back when I played in tournaments. You know, Volcanic Monarchs were a huge thing. I'll talk about this more in Axel's deck profile, but it's really cool to see him. It's also really cool to see Cloudians, Venom, all these cool new archetypes. This is one of my favorite GX waves we've done, hands down. You guys seem to really be liking it too.
Alright. Let's summon Evil Hero Infernal Gainer.
Sure.
And equip it with Vicious Claw.
Jeez,
boosting its attack by 300. And more than enough to attack over your... Well, actually, it's just enough to attack over your Slicer.
Alright. Evil Heroes vs. Volcanics. Let's see what happens. You know what? I will set one monster and call it a turn. Boy, great, now I'm on the defensive.
I'll have Infernal Gainer attack the face down.
Fire Trooper. Let's see what I get. I will set one monster and end my turn.
Alright, I think this time I'm going to use HE on Infernal Gainer.
Ooh.
Boosting its attack by 500, putting it at 2400, and giving it piercing. I'll attack the face down.
Volcanic Slicer, I will take 1200. Yeah, that HE heart is pretty dangerous for me. I've got a lot of weak Volcanics. Fortunately, that wasn't one of them.
I'll set a card and end my turn.
I'll draw. I got just what I want. I'll activate Blaze Accelerator. Then I will discard Volcanic Shell to destroy your Evil Hero Infernal Gainer. Ooh, baby, the deck is working. I'll use Volcanic Shell's effect, paying 500 life points to add one from my deck to my hand. Drop myself by 500. Don't want to forget that. And you know, that'll do it for me. And life points are exactly even. So this is a pretty exciting game so far, guys. By the way, you should check out our Facebook. Cool stuff gets posted there sometimes.
Alright. Time to summon Elemental Hero Avian.
Sure.
And combo him with our Righteous Justice to destroy Blaze Accelerator.
Ooh, that is not what I wanted to have happen.
And then I'll give Avian Vicious Claw.
I attack for 1300.
Yep.
Alright, let's see what my deck gives me. I will set a monster and call it a turn. Avian boost with Vicious Claw. Not exactly what I expected to see.
Avian, attack the face down.
Volcanic Counter has exactly 1300 defense.
Ooh.
You got ourselves a tie, boys.
How about I just set one and end?
I'll draw. I'll set one and end as well. Definitely seems like a good showing from both decks so far.
Alright. Avian will attack the other face down.
Volcanic Blaster. When he's just rubber balanced on the graveyard, I can place one Volcanic monster. in my deck on top of my deck. Volcanic Slicer will come onto the top of my deck. I do like how much deck thing the Volcanics have. I mean, especially when you play them competitively with Rocket, but that's another story. Boy, we don't know what card's coming next. Draw. Let's summon up that Volcanic Slicer. And then I'll attack over for 500. I mean, yeah, 500.
Alright. Vicious Claw will return to my hand.
Instead of even being destroyed.
Then it's one monster except the one in the battle, so goodbye Volcanic counter.
Sure.
And last but not least, in addition to giving you 600 points of damage, I can wow, this card keeps going on, right?
It's got a lot of effects, actually.
Special summon Evil Token, Fiend Dark, level 7, 25/25.
So, I get exactly what I wanted, or what I need, which is a 2500 attack beefy monster.
Alright then. I'll tribute Avian and Avian.
Oh, jeez.
To summon Elemental Hero Neos.
Oh.
Old school tribute summon. Then I'll use Vicious Claw to boost Neos again.
Sure. 2000.
And I'll have Neos attack Volcanic Slicer.
I'll eat 1,000. Geez, that Vicious Claw never goes away.
Then I'll set one card and end my turn.
I'll draw. Let me just pay 500 to search for Shell. I don't like how low my life points are getting. And I will set one monster and call it a turn.
I will attack your face down with Neos.
Volcanic Blaster. I'll use Volcanic Blaster to grab Volcanic Counter to the top of my deck. Draw. I will set one and just call it a turn.
I'll attack your face down with Neos.
Let's see what my deck gives me now. I will set one monster. That face down in my turn.
Alright. I will tribute Elemental Hero Neos
Interesting.
to summon Evil Hero Malicious Edge. And I'll have Malicious Edge attack your face down.
I will take 2,600. However, I will activate. I will remove Volcanic Counter. So you'll take the 2,600 too. And that is why I love Counter so much. Even though my life points are dramatically low.
Then, I activate Super Polymerization. By discarding a card, I confuse my Evil Hero Malicious Edge with
my Fiend type monster.
the Fiend token that I could put on your side of the field. So, quickly, the errata effect of Super Polymerization is obviously letting me summon an Evil Hero monster with the card. This is because there were two cards that... because there's two Evil Hero fusions Supreme Being has. One of them being... this Evil Hero Malicious Fiend. the other being Dark Gaia, both of which actually needed a monster on the opponent's field. So because of that, we changed Super Poly so they could make any of the Evil Hero fusions for that kind of authenticity. Otherwise, like Dark Gaia can't be played because he has no rock types. So you have a clear field, and I have a malicious fiend with more than enough attack to wipe you out.
Well, when you attack me and I take 3,500 damage, I'll remove the second volcanic counter in my graveyard. So you'll take the same exact amount of damage. A whopping 3,500. And guys, that is why you see the Erratic on volcanic counter, because this is actually coincidentally exactly what happened when Axel played Supreme King, with a different monster, granted. But Supreme King wiped out Axel's life points to 0. Axel banished volcanic counter, so Supreme King took the same amount, and they both lost in a draw.
So the deck profile for the both decks will come, and in the Axel deck profile, Delta will explain more about that. But it was an errata that we really wanted to make because that was the effect that ultimately brought that duel to a tie. So neither of them just lost in this high-stakes dimensional duel. And actually, by coincidence, this duel ended up the same way. And I'm happy for that because it was actually a really fun ending.
Yeah.
To see how they got out of that in the anime after the, poor Jim Cook lost.
So yeah, guys, we're just going to be finishing up the GX Wave like we said in the intro. This is the last debut duel you'll see. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you guys. YJ Anime Games out.